Hey guys, welcome back to today's episode. We're going to go over 2 trades for today. I'm going to go backwards. Today I'm going to talk about JZXN. So this was our second trade of the day. This is Chinese stock. I did notice on the daily chart, and had a feeling that 250 would be the psychological support level. Anything from 250 up to $3. I was hoping for a big move up. So it was already over this resistance level at 168. Anything from there all the way up to 280 to hoping till 3. I just drew these lines just to see that there would be support at $3. So 250 to $3. I was hoping for a swift move. I wanted it to break first, but before that, I actually took my first trade, not this candle, but right here. So I put in 400 shares. This is my second trade of the day. So I already had a first trade of the day, and I was waiting for level 2 to clear up. There was selling around this area. It did reject, but I was waiting for the $2 support. So as soon as this went below $2 and immediately went up above $2, I punched my order for 400 shares. I could fill it for 205. Then this thing starts going. So it breaks this resistance level. But I punched in my other order just a couple seconds after my initial order for another 400 shares, and I got filled at $2. So got filled right at $2. So I took 400 shares here and here, 400 shares here and here, and it goes up, and it actually goes up to all the way up to 250. So I see 250, I'm like, whoa, and I'm already up over $300. When I hit sell, it fills me for 221. So I did get some slippage. I mean, I didn't fill for the sell price that I wanted to. So my average was 202, my average sell was 221, so almost 20 cents per share. This was a profit of 148. I was hoping for a stronger move up all the way past 250. Oh, whoops. As I was approaching 250, but immediately rejected. I took my profit off the table because it's Chinese stock. This went up on news because of crypto, and honestly, with this Chinese stock, I've learned my lesson before, just not like overstay my welcome, just take my profit. Even if it's going to be basic, I just have to take the profit on the day with the Chinese stock because they can do some crazy things. And this did keep going. I did sell a little bit early, but I'm okay with my profit. It did sell off, however, for quite a while. And then it rebounded again to retest the levels, but it rejected around $3, 318. But that was much later, so it really wasn't a clean move, for any continuation. You really had to watch this stock to really profit. And this candle's not really beautiful. This candle's not beautiful either. I know with Chinese stocks they can be very wild. Then my second trade of the day was XPON. So XPON, I actually lost in this stock. This one I've traded in the past, so I felt confident, but there was no news on this stock. And I was like, okay, why is this up? So I traded, pretty much close to I waited 10 minutes. So 10 minutes went by after 4 a.m. and I saw it starting to break the VWAP level. So I'm like, okay, if we can break over $2, that would be amazing. If we broke over $2, maybe we could break this high of 210 and dip our way up to 228. So that was my thought process on this. However, it didn't go as planned, and that's likely due to news and with current market conditions for small cap stocks. We know the momentum's kind of slowed down a little bit, and we saw that a little bit today. So I took my first trade at 409. So initially right around here, I waited for a pullback. It popped up. I got in an average of 199. So it did pop up here, and I began to add another 200 at 197. But there was this level of resistance at $2. And I'm holding because I'm hoping that this would bounce off the VWAP level, but it did not, and I did stop out, and I lost about $59. So I think with this trade, what I should have done, I should have stayed away from it. There's no news. I have to be strict with that now because market is slowed down. Hopefully it can pick back up next week or going into October, but I could have reduced my size. So that was on me. I didn't reduce my size. Started with 200 shares. Saw that this was a bit cheaper stock. But I could have waited until I saw it rebound first off the VWAP before I took my initial trade. Because not all the time, this is a good example of this the stock breaking VWAP support. And I did notice the 9 and 20 EMA did crossover, so that was on me. So here are my trades, my entries, my profit for the day, $88. That's perfectly okay. That's, a base hit. Our base hits have been more than 60, which is really good. So we're on track. We're already green for the month again. So we're not going to go red. We're going to stay green. We got a couple more days. Let's see. We have tomorrow, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, and then next week we start into October. So going into October might be a little slow, but maybe the second week it might pick up. All right. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and give me some recommendations on what I could do better. And let's see what you guys traded today. I think Ross traded another stock completely different from what I traded, but yeah. All right. Take care.